Hey guys, Mr. Decker here. We are in Unit 6, Lesson 2, Designing Screens with Code. We're looking at Bubble 1, and the instructions say, read the code and predict what this app will look like when run. So let's use our powers of deduction to figure this out. All right, read the code and predict what this app will look like when run. All right, so let's read the code. Set property home screen. That's the screen that we're looking at. It's the only screen in this app, apparently. And background color is set to beige. Well, pink is not beige and white is not beige, so it's not A or B. So now we've got a 50-50 shot at getting this right. So let's see. Let's move on down the code here. So set property title text cat translator. Well, they both have that title cat translator, title font size 45. I'm assuming both are the same. They both look like about 45. Set property description X10 Y200. Okay, for the description. So let's look for the description. I'm assuming that's this text. X10 Y200. So let's find that over here. X10 Y100. So X10 Y100 is way up here. And so that means, description, Y100. So the description's got to be further up. It's not really super high on either of those. Let's move forward. So logo, icon color, text translate, font size 25, translate button. So I'm thinking this is going to be D based on this X and Y location for the description, because this one's way too low. So let's see if we're right. Translate. Well, I don't think this app is actually built to do anything. So, all right, let's finish and continue. Oh, did it? I didn't even check to see if I was correct or not. I selected D, run, finish. Congratulations. I'm assuming that means I'm right. All right, changing the text. Bubble 2. The set property block can be used to change lots of things about your design element, including the text they contain. Do this. So we're going to drag out a set property block. That's this. So just click and drag it over. For the first parameter, select name. So this parameter, name. For the second parameter, select text. Okay. And then for the third parameter, write your name inside the quotation mark. So Mr. Decker. All right. And this is the value. This is the property we want to set, and this is the element's ID. So this element right here, you can see if I hover over it, I can see the ID is name. Run. There's my name in the middle. It works. All right. Also, the note here, it says we've removed the design mode tab for now, so you can practice working with set property, but it'll come back later once you're building apps of your own. So let's finish and continue. Bubble 3. Changing position. Every design element, except for the screen, has an X and a Y property that controls its position. Do this. Using the set property block, move red button so that it matches the image to the right. So I think we just need to give red button X and Y values. Click on the image to see the full size. There it is in all of its glory. All right, so we need to get this red button up here. So we're going to pull 2 set property blocks out here. Both of these need to be set to the name of what I'm moving, which is the red button. And then the property that we're changing is going to be X, and the property we're changing is going to be Y on the second block. To get it up into that corner, if you hover up over here, 0, 0 is where we want that to be, because it, for squares in JavaScript, it is looking for that top left corner in terms of where it's locating it. So 0 and 0 for both, run, there it is. Now, if I were to say, give this 75, 150, it's going to be somewhere else, right? And so on, 150, 25, reset, run. So you're telling it where to be, so that 150x, right? If I hover over that corner, whoop. Oh, well, if I hover over the corner, it'll tell me, but it won't tell me because I'm running the program. That makes sense. Okay, so anyway, 0, 0 is that top left corner, and that's what you want. Continue, bubble 4. All right, so let me version history mine. Start over. Okay, changing with a click. It's not really useful to only set a property when your program is first run. After all, you could just do all of that in design mode. When you use an event or on-event block with set property, you're able to do things you couldn't do with design mode alone. Do this. We've provided an empty on-event block that's watching the smiley image. Inside the on-event block, use 2 set property blocks to move the smiley somewhere else. It doesn't really matter where for now, but test your program by running it and clicking on the smiley. So we're going to set property. We're moving the smiley. Let's see. I think we need to give it an X, and we need to give it a Y. So smiley again. Y this time. 100, 100 is fine. As it said, it didn't matter where you put it. Let's click on the smiley and make sure it's working. Yep, and dead center of that's probably around 100, 100. Try to remember where that is. Reset. X 100, Y 100 is right around this area. There it is. There's 100, 100. So maybe for the smiley, it's the top corner as well, because that's not where it relocated to. Run. What? Okay, I'm confused about the X and Y, but we'll look at that in the future some more, I'm sure. Okay, continue. All right. Moving on, the first click is fine, but this smiley would be even cooler if it moved somewhere new every time we clicked. Fortunately, we can use the random number block to do just that. Do this. Instead of setting the X and Y properties to a specific number, use the random number block to pick a new random X and Y each time the smiley is clicked. The App Lab screen is 320 pixels wide by 450 pixels tall. So what range of numbers will ensure that the smiley is always visible on screen? Well, let's go ahead. So if you've never taken my class before, this will seem a little complicated. If you've had my class before, this is old hat. But we're throwing that random number block into both of those X and Y value parameters out here. You just hover over it, it'll shine yellow, drop it, right? And so for X, it said that it goes from 0 to 320. So the smiley face is about, let's see, from 15 to 80. So it's about 60 pixels wide, or 65 pixels wide. So 320 minus 60 is, let's see, 160. So let's do 60. I mean, 320 minus 60 would be 260. So 60 to 260. And then on Y, 60 to 390. 390 would be 450 minus 60. So when we run it, now every time I click it, it's going to go to a random spot. And because I subtracted the pixels, it should always be on the screen and always be available for me to click. Sometimes it is bleeding off a little bit, but it's still there for me to click in every use case. So every time I click it, it's going to a random X and Y position. Okay, that works. Let's finish and continue. Hidden. Design elements. Before we go, start over. All right. I hate erasing my work, but that's where we are with it. All right, hidden. Design elements have a property called hidden that controls whether the element should show on screen or not. We're going to use this property to create an alarm app. Notice that when the program starts, one button is hidden and one is not. We have already set up an event handler. That's this on event. For the trigger alarm button, you know it's set up for the trigger alarm button because it says that it is, which will do two things when clicked. Change the text property of status label to on. Okay, so it does that. And then it also sets the hidden property of stop alarm button to false, meaning it should not be hidden. So stop alarm button, hidden, false, which means that it will be there. If I wanted it to be hidden, I would select true. Okay, so let's run it for now. Trigger alarm. Okay, that switches to on. The stop alarm appears. Okay. Do this. Run the program and click trigger alarm to see how it works. Add code to the provided event handler that hides the trigger alarm button. So we're going to set property. Select the trigger alarm button there because that's what we're trying to change. We're going to find hidden as the property we want to change, and we're going to make that true so that it is hidden. Run, trigger alarm. Okay, so now that's working. Let me pull that out. So now our trigger alarm's still there. Let's Control Z. Well, I guess I can't right now. So let me do that again real quick. Trigger alarm button, hidden, true. And then run, trigger alarm, stop alarm appears, trigger alarm becomes hidden, right? Because hidden will be true when you click the trigger alarm button. So finish, continue. Bubble 7. All right, showing and hiding. This alarm app isn't useful if you can't turn the alarm off once it's been triggered. Let's fix that. Create a second event to watch for the stop alarm button. Okay, so we need a new event. We're going to watch for the stop alarm button. Okay. To be clicked, that's already set. And when that event is triggered, change the status text to off. Okay. So set property, status label, text, off. And then hide the stop alarm button. Okay, so in this again, set property, we're changing the stop alarm button. We're making it hidden, true. Run, trigger alarm, stop alarm. Okay, cool. So now when I run it, I hit trigger alarm, the alarm is on. I can stop the alarm, that disappears, and my alarm is now off. Very cool. Okay. I like that. So there's a hint here. Boolean properties evaluate to either true or false. Boolean equations, or even a Boolean question, equates to either true or false. When that Boolean becomes true, it activates the code. As long as it's false, it doesn't activate the code. Continue. We're moving on to bubble 8. And this is the Emotion Machine app. We only have one screen for this one. Check out this Emotion Machine app that you'll be building next. Try clicking on the buttons to see how it works. So let's run. Right now, I haven't told it how I'm feeling, so this image is just a question mark, and I have a question mark placeholder here. If I click happy, I get a smiley face, and I'm feeling happy. If I click sad, I get a sad face, and it says I'm feeling sad. If I say meh, I get a meh face, and the text meh down there. So what event handlers does this app use? So obviously it's on event when clicked, right? And then which elements are being changed with code? Well, the image is changing and this label down here is changing. Which properties are being changed when you click a button? Color, the words, yeah, we got it. Finish, continue. Okay. All right, so let me version history mine because I finished my app already, but we're doing it over again because I love you guys so much. All right. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, 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 while we wait. All right, changing images. The first thing you'll need your Emotion Machine to do is change to the appropriate image when a button is clicked. If you look at the starting code, you'll see that we already added set property, face, image, and then the image location. To change to a smiley face when you click happy, do this. Create an event handler. All right, let's make room. Create an event handler for sad button. Okay. So when I run it right now, happy works, but there's no word down here. Sad does nothing. Okay, so we've got a lot of work to do to get this to work the way we want it. All right, create an event handler for sad button. So on event, sad button, click, yep, and make it change to a sad emoji. So set property for the face. And we're going to say image, and then we're going to choose an image. Icons, sad. There's the frowno. Okay, that's kind of funny. Okay. Property of ID with face. So now let's run it and test it. So when I click happy, happy face, sad, sad face. That's good so far. And then back and forth. Okay. When you click the last drop down in the set property, choose and then select an icon. Okay, we did that part. Finish, continue. Bubble 10. If you look back at the example for this app, you should notice that not only do the emojis change when you click a button, but their color changes as well. Okay, so run, we're happy, sad, well, yeah, that's right. On the example, the colors changed, but right now we need to make the colors change. So in each of the event handlers, set the icon color property of face. Pick a warm color for happy and a cool color for sad. So we're going to go grab a set property and put that into both of our event handlers. And in this set property for the happy button, we're going to change the face. We're going to change the icon color, right? And we're going to choose maybe yellow for happy. Sounds good to me. I want to make sure that's working. Yep. Oh. All right, we've got a set property for the face for the sad button. Whoa, what happened? I don't know what's happening. My screen just decided to go crazy. All right, I'll pause until this is fixed. All right, we're back in business now. So we're changing the face icon color when we click the sad button to blue. So run, sad is blue, happy is red. What happened? Yellow. Reset, run, happy, sad. That was weird. Okay. Let's finish, continue, bubble 11. Any day now, bubble 11. I think the internet is struggling. Okay, setting text. Your happy and sad button should be almost completely functional now. The only thing they still need to do is change the text at the bottom of the screen. So make each of the event handlers change the text of feeling to the appropriate emotion, either happy or sad. Okay, so set properties. I'm going to go ahead and put these in. So we're changing feeling and feeling, and we're changing the text of it. And we're going to say happy, sad. So let's run. Happy. There's the text changing. And the text changed again. Good. All right, so finish. And wait, keep working. I want to make sure that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. Finish, continue. Bubble 12. Add another emotion. In the example app you saw earlier, you could set the emotion to happy, sad, or meh. Your app only has happy and sad. Can you add a third emotion? Use all of the same techniques you used for the happy and sad buttons. Create a third emotion button. You could stick with meh, or you could pick an emotion of your own. When you're all done, feel free to add more emotions or features before submitting your final version. So I'm going to get the directions out of my way, so I've got a big workspace. First, I need to go to design because I've got to add a third button. So let's drag this button over, try to line it up as best you can. And sad, the naming convention, sad button. So let's make this the meh button. Just like that. We want it to say meh on the button. So you've got that answer choice clearly stated. Now let's go back over to the code. We're going to have to create a new event. So on event, meh button, click, and then we need 3 set properties so that it does everything we need it to do. And we're going to change the face to an image. And let's choose one. Icons. Let's see if it has meh. And it does. Excellent. That was easy. All right. And then right here, we're going to change face, icon color. And for meh, let's do gray. J-R or J. Dre. It's the color Dre. Gray. G-R-E-Y. Wow. Come on. Okay, so setting the property for feeling to text, and we want it to say meh. So we run it. Happy. Icon color is yellow. Icon is a smiley face. Text says happy. Sad. sad face, blue, sad. Meh, gray, meh face, meh. It works the way we need it to. Awesome. That's it. Once you've got everything working, click finish and continue. That's it. Next lesson, the circuit playground. I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. Peace out.